Hello and welcome to episode number 95 of this Let's Play Workers and Resources Soviet Republic here at HanniballNOR's channel. So last episode we were a little bit in, if I recall correctly, we were a little bit in a a little bit of an economical issue. Now there has also been an update, probably it's been a while since the update came out, but as I record, it's been out for a day, so it is now 1.something 20 instead of 19. Which, it's a little bit, I'm not quite sure what the update did, other than adding in a couple of new track layers. So if we go in here to the railway depot and go and have a look at track builders, we have these short, long. Oh, 21 million rubles. Okay. We're not going to buy that blueprint at the moment. We have the look at that track building speed level. This is good. 210. If we look at the EDK, it has 70. So this is just going to be ramming through. But it probably has like 1 billion workers that it needs to put in. Because I do think the amount of workers is dependent on the speed. The ONK Dampfkran and the... Yeah, and then we also have another big one here. Maximum speed 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers for the Weimar Dampfkran. What is this, by the way? 40... So it's fairly quick. Maximum speed. Yeah, it is fairly quick. Maybe we'll have to put that on our wish list, maybe. But then again, what kind of track layers are we using? We are using the Weimar Dampfkran. Yes. Yeah. There is also another thing we should fix, and yeah, we're gonna be spending some money to save some money. Well, not quite save money, but we kind of would like to have... We don't want to wait for us to do 8,900 work days, whatever it costs. What is it? 11,000 or 16,197 work days. That is taking a little bit of a while, and we're going to be basically draining resources all the time until the ship is done built, right? So that means we are kind of always going to be in a little bit of a dip, and then we're going to have like big spikes of income. And I think instead of doing that, I think we're going to go and purchase ourselves a cheaper ship. Cheaper ship? We're going to look at the value. So we have like this one here, which we can pump out many of, I would imagine. Project 1430. We also have this one, which is... you know what? I think we're going to go with this one. 644 work days. I think we'll purchase that. And just spam produce that until we can get something from the dollar side, like the Baltic Ferry, for example, or the Express number 9 from Sweden. It's probably going to be the Express number 9 from Sweden, I would imagine. So yeah, let's set that up to be our target production. And we're probably also going to have to deal with a couple of things. I know we still haven't, you know, started here. Oh, you know what we haven't done? Oh my. We're going to have to go... Oh, I'm glad I saw it now. We're going to have to tell everybody to not build anything here. And yeah, same here. We're gonna have to tell them not to build anything up here. And also gonna have to check something here really quick. As I do believe that I did a mistake, but I don't remember if I fixed that. I think I fixed that, didn't I? I got a message on a video that said, yeah, you go, yeah, coal comes in here, gets shoved in here, and then got sent out here and then out there. Yeah, okay, good. We fixed it. Could you by any chance tell that it's been a while since I've recorded anything? I have like a tendency to record a whole bunch in one sitting and then kind of render them and spread them out over time a little bit. So I'm a little bit rusty. I don't think we have like anything to worry about, do we? Yeah, we did. And we know what the problem is. The problem is this guy here. He doesn't get enough freaking heat. And I remember I did a couple of tests. So we're just going to have to let this just sit there and heat up. That's the only way we can do it, I believe. And then there were also this area here. Which means... yeah, what does that actually mean? If we want to do anything vital here, we should have a crossover here. That would have been like the best idea, right? But we decided to make it on the wrong side. So we're gonna have to either make this, that one, and we're also gonna have to make that one, and that one is complete, right? So that means, yeah, when this one is done, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna be being a little bit cheesy and just do that. So we just build that little stretch, and we're going to be doing the same here to just break this off. So you don't have to build this entire track here. Let's also speed up the time a little bit. And for some reason, we don't have any track layers. That is an orphanage. All right, let's not do that. There you are. All right. So let's get our dump cans up here. I don't think we have very many. No, we only have those two. So they should be focusing on building those two tracks there. And we'll speed up time a little bit. We're also going to have to pay a little bit of attention to our economy. Sounds like somebody's on the way. Yeah, you just didn't go the right way, did you? Right, so he should be able to go straight ahead now. Good. And hopefully he can build as much of this as possible. And then we're gonna have to manually tell him to go home when he's done with his little escapade here. It does also seem like we're gonna have to do some manual things here. Now, I've kind of been thinking we should add after stop number 5, because at the moment we're just selling all the trains, right? So after stop number 5, we're gonna be adding in a stop here. And I don't understand why I didn't do this. I know probably some of you guys were probably super frustrated out of this, but we sent the trains in here, and then we sent 2 trains instead of 1. So now we're just going to send all of them to the border. So that will save us a little bit of time. And then we got 1.8. million. And how are we doing here? 750. We have some vehicles on their way. 229,000 ruble coming our way. So let's hope we can do this without too much of an issue. That's 1 million. Yeah, we should actually invest in some quicker trains. Locomotives. Okay, I'm a little bit worried now. We should be able to get in here, right? Before we run out of money. And that is a yes. Okay, all of these are now unsuspended, right? Yeah, and that's the guy. I'll send you home. The cat is sleeping on my arm, which is kind of nice for a change. And then we'll have you building that one at a high priority, and this one the high priority. Where is the trains at? You are here. Can I just get the thing here and tell you to also build that one as a high priority, and then we should be able to just let this rip, right? Then they should be able to turn around, so we don't have to spend too much time doing silly nonsense. Right. So if we do something like this now, right, they should be able to come up here, turn around, and go and build that one. Right. Yes, and for some reason... Oh yeah, that's right. This needs to be a... How do we want this? This needs to be a chain signal. We don't need to have any signals on this line, right? Then you need to be a chain signal. And you need to be a leave signal. And then you need to be a leave signal, right? So this is all one block. And then we'll trim away that one. Trim away that one. And we should be able to get this in now, I hope. It's always a little bit fiddly. It's weird because I kind of know how to do the signals, but sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, if I do it like this, maybe that would be better, and then it's not better. But this seems to work. This is going to be a little bit complicated, I would imagine. Alright, so, oh, you got stuck way up here? That wasn't supposed to happen? Do we have any other signals up and about here? No? Can we, so why are you... Maybe we do need to have a chain signal here. And then we're gonna need a leave signal here just to kind of mark the route. Alright, so you should be able to turn around there and go down here. And fix that one. I think we are kind of onto something here. And the little... Oh! Yeah, so now we should be able to just let this continue to the Western nations, I would imagine. But you are stuck. There is no rest for the wicked. Also, money's gone. What do we have here? 1.2 million. We'll take it. And do you have anything? No, you don't have anything here because we need to build this. Oh, set that up to high priority, please. How are we looking here? Oh, yeah, this is going to be... yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. Could be that we're not going to have enough money for this. Also, I kind of predict we're going to have an earthquake today because we're using a lot of that Control 1 button, which usually, for some reason, I kind of feel when I use that, the earthquake triggers more often. But yeah, I kind of... You shouldn't be stuck. Yeah, you are going to be stuck here, aren't you? Because we need to unsignal no, we're going to need to do that and that. So then they can start building this and that without any trouble, right? Well, let's just follow them around a little bit. Also a little bit annoying when you press control. Okay, so you're stuck. Are you going to be going all the way up here and find your way back? No, because we haven't finished that one yet. Okay. So, and we'll send you home. And are you going to turn around or you're going to continue that way? You're going to continue that way. There should be room for a train to come in here and go in like that. Now, in the future, we're probably going to have to... Wait, we don't have to, but we can remove this. Alright, money's gone again. But then again, we are kind of fixing you. How much do you have? 500,000? Did you get anything interest here? I think we're just going to have to send them with a very low payload. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to do that, sadly. So we do need the money, and you are probably a little bit far away. And also would like to keep a little bit of an eye on here, because I'm not quite sure when this is done, will it kind of go back in the queue line here? I guess we'll see. You seem to be needing to go home. You're a medium, right? You are a high priority. You should be the only high priority rail in here now, right? Yeah. So... Alright, money's going down. I see, I see. Okay. Health is too low. Is that in the university camp? Yeah, that just means that somebody just moved in. It's a little bit annoying, this message here, because every time people move in here, they start with a low health meter. So we always get that notification there. It's so weird. I kind of feel like if you go to university, the first thing that is going to improve is definitely not the health. I mean, living on a diet of ramen and, you know, all the other college stuff you put in your body. I never went to college, that's why I'm a prime example of health. What I'm looking for money. Just can't handle the money. 400,000, I think we'll send you out again with a very low payload. You actually have, oh, it's just 300,000. and one of you. I think we'll just send you away. Another thing we could have done, do we have a lot of extra vehicles? Because we did do a little bit of a cleanup here, where we sold off quite a lot of the vehicles. Oh, look at that! 90 degrees Celsius. It just took a little while. Just took a little bit of time. Yeah, I do hope that we're gonna be able to kind of fix our economy. I mean, the only thing we actually are making money on is actually the vehicles. I mean, we are getting our money back plus a little bit from the trains and the boats. We also have a fairly large... Yeah, we have a fairly large portion of people that are not working, can't get to work. Let's see, are you here? Yeah, all of these people here. Wait, what? 80? Yeah, what the heck, man? How could we improve that? By adding in more buses. The more buses, right? More. That means we're gonna have to make more, right? Which is gonna take... Oh, there's no rest for the wicked. And what we could have done, we could have taken off somebody from the intercity route here and added that into the Irexki dock route here. I kind of feel like this has a weird name. Platform. I could adjust the name a little bit. Just by removing that. There we go. Perfect. I think I tried to fix it, but Ihorski docks. Yep. What was this? Waiting too long? What are we waiting for? This actually also needs to be a high priority rail. So, how are you gonna be? Yeah, we're gonna have a problem here now. Did I send off the train? I think I did. I think I sent off both of them. Yeah, we are very, very low on the rubles here. I mean, the easiest would have been to just keep this crossroad here, right? That would have been like the absolute easiest thing we could have done, but now we're committed. Right, so you're gonna have to wait until you are done. Okay, I'm just gonna help you guys along here a little bit. I just want to get to that point. Where did the other train go? He's stuck? No, he's gonna be stuck. So we'll send him home as well. Alright, how is our boat coming along? 91%. We just need to keep ourselves afloat a little bit longer. You have anything good here for me? Nope, there is another 200,000 coming in here. And we get them all aboard. Any other coming in here? Nope. So, off you go. I know we're wasting a little bit of coal, but... I think we'll also send you away. Actually, you know what we could have done? No, because we don't have anything that's Yeah, we've sold everything. Oh my. Yep. Just go and sell this as well on this. Now we can wait for the Weimar dump gun. There we go. And then we can sell you. 94%. Yeah. And I thought we were going to start planning out the city here. Nabelita Mark. It's an interesting name. But yeah, you can clearly see here that we're definitely gonna need more buses, but we're just not producing them quick enough. So, yeah, well, that's not great. So what are we waiting for now? You're also a high priority job. You are waiting for that guy, right? And then you are not going to be able to get home, so we'll send you home. And then the next one could hopefully start finishing that one. For some reason, I can't see how long I've been recording. There we go. 26 minutes. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Oh, I remember why I wanted to have this up here and not down here. Because if we have them waiting for this long stretch here to be done, they're never going to go in here. So that will just open up like 2 different routes they can take. If that makes any sense. You are going the right way, actually. And then we are waiting for you. 3 million. That means we probably have sold the boat. And that means, yeah, we are only making these now. So we should see they are a little bit quicker to build. So we're gonna get like the money back a little bit quicker. So I'm curious how much we get per boat. Let's see here. Our first project, 1430. 150. Yeah, so that is pretty decent. Let's have a look at it. Look, it's so dirty. Why is it so dirty? I don't know. Okay, so that means we can relax a little bit with regards to money, but I kind of would like to get this thing going before we continue planning the 4,000 people we want to have up here. And I think we're just going to go... I think I've landed on the situation where we're just going to have a couple of these. What was it? 8 of those. So yeah, I think that is kind of where we landed. I don't kind of like it, but it's a little bit better than building like 10 million of these. How many was it? I remember correctly, it's 252. Lived here, yeah, and 4,000 people divided by 252. That was 16 blocks. Yeah. I mean, 16, that's not that many, is it? That's 8. 8 rows down here and 8 rows down here. And I think it looks a lot better if we kind of make the old comrade living quarters here, instead of giving them very expensive buildings. I might reconsider. So 200, and you do 500. So basically, 2 of those gives the same amount of people as here, but this requires 185 tons of steel versus this. If we have the same amount of people, 500, 15, 30 tons. Yeah, so maybe around 45 tons of steel to get the same amount of people as here. We could do the calculations, but I'm too lazy today. It's just, you know. Okay, so where are we currently in this? I do hear some choo-choos up here. Let's make sure that none of these are in... Okay, excuse me. Send you home. And we should be able to make these quite quickly, right? And we definitely need more buses. Kind of don't want to take more buses off the line either, because that will actually affect this situation here. We could try one more bus. Alright, let's do one more bus. You go into Iraqski docks. You just turn around. Do we actually have all the things here set to full throttle? I do think we do. Oh, actually, we could put one more in here. One more worker in here. There we go. It's all this, all the little things that helps, right? Oof. All right. So now we should have 3. There is another one, another 150,000. And we'll also send you away with 1.4 million. And we'll send you whatever you have. 1.2 million. That is pretty okay, if you ask me. You are waiting for a train probably on this line here. I'm kind of tempted to... What if we... I'm gonna try something. I cannot promise it will work, but maybe. So if I get signal here and here. Are you big enough to turn around here? Yes, you are. That is perfect. Okay. So that means he can work on this line. And he can come back and work on this line. Nice. Okay, so that means we can actually have people working that way. We can have people working that way, and... well, whatever happens down here. Speaking of, how are we doing here? We are actually doing pretty alright. We've actually started working on the freaking tunnel. Does that mean we kind of would like to start working on another thing here? This little thing here. Yeah, I think that is kind of what we would like to do. Okay, I'm a little bit more relaxed now. Actually, we had very many wagons here we could have sold. But I kind of like to keep them there for now. Still some issues here? Yeah, of course, because you can't get... oh, yeah, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? How can we solve that issue? By designaling it? So come in here. I think we're gonna have to do that. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that should work. So you are now stuck. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. This is not gonna work because now the train is gonna come. Wait, where is the train? Is it because of this area? Mixed signals. Yeah, maybe. Well, we'll keep an eye out. Still have plenty of stuff to do. All right, now that we have a little bit of breathing room, let's continue planning. I think 16 of those builder blocks. And then we're gonna have... By the way, is this more heat efficient? So you're using 41... So 593 divided by... I completely forgot. We have a major issue, by the way. We have a major issue, which I completely forgot about. I spotted that after last episode. But let's calculate this first, and then I'm probably going to forget that major episode. Divided by 41. It's 14.46. 14.46, and then we have 252 divided by 17. It's 14.8, so it doesn't matter that much. But our major issue is water. Yeah, that's right. I don't think we are producing enough water, because we only have one thing that produces water here, right? And that is this. And this area here is producing water to all of this. So what we could have done, if I can get underground here, is to you have... Gonna have to go over here and have a look. Follow the water pipes. These are heating pipes, so I shouldn't follow these. Okay, so you have... Yeah, look at that. You're empty. So that means you're filling up. You are filling up. And then we need another water source that feeds into this. Why are you empty, by the way? Is it because of... No. Huh. So, yeah, we're probably gonna have to make a water system here. What is the quality here? 84. It's a little bit bad. I would say. And I don't think these are going to be using too much water either. But I mean, the best thing would have been if we had a little bit more of a clean water supply. So, with all the new things here, I kind of think we're going to have to do a little bit more math, right? So big water pipe can pump 127 if we get a water reservoir. I'm looking for the treatment center here. 147, and you can produce 240, and you can produce how many? 200. So it's not going to be enough. 127, and you multiply that by 2. 100 and what was it? I said 127. 127 times 2. That is 254. So one of these? Ideally, we kind of don't want to spend workers on this, so I think we'll just go with 2 of these. I think that should be, what was it, 70? It produced one of those. Small water well, 70. So 2 of those is 140, which is a little bit more than we kind of use here, right? And then I'm still not quite sure if we would like to have this here. Yeah, but we're definitely going to have to fix the water system. So where is... Oh, we can just pipe it directly in here. But ideally we would like to pipe it in here. Yeah. But ideally is maybe not... Well, we could just take some long pipes and do like a U-turn here. We're gonna have to do this. Now, does that mean we also have a backup of sewage? Where would it be backed up? Here? No, we're doing fine with sewage. Yep, so we're going to be putting in 2 of those, but still not 100% sure if we would like to have this connected. So here, that probably means we also would like to have... coming in here. And since I don't know what's underneath there, we'll use a regular little build thing, and then you can go in here and in like so. And then we'll use that to extract some water. And we'll just pump that in here. And we're gonna have to send 2 pipes. So we could set 1 in here and 1 that connects in here. I think. How are you doing? You have water. And you have water. And you have a little bit of water. Yeah, so we could probably just plop both of them in here, which means we could have the entire facility up here, which is nice, okay? So let's start with the thing that we talked about earlier, 2 small ones. Try and get them as high quality as possible. Sounds like we saw 89 here, didn't we? 89. Okay, maybe we'll... 94. I don't think we can get any better than that. We have another problem. We need power for these bad boys as well. Pop you away. Do we have any... spare outs? No, we do not. Look underground here. Where are you coming from? You're coming from down there. Actually, we do have a spare out. It just needs to kind of cross over here and into here. And yeah, that should work perfectly, right? And we'll power both of those and the water treatment center here. And then we could just have some people from here moving over here. That should be fine. The reason why I really don't like the water thing is because the OCD that we are experiencing underground. Wait, you can only treat... Yeah, that's right. So... I have a feeling this is gonna go quite all right. So do that, which probably means we could kind of do something like that, maybe. Which means another road that needs to be upgraded. I do love this game. Something like that. And we'll do something like that. And then you can come in here, and then you can come in here, and then you can go straight over there. And then you're gonna have a little bend. Oh no. Not acceptable. Sorry, folks. Not acceptable. Yeah, so we should be able to... What is this? Train production? I mean, we could also just take this and just tell them to go here first and then go to the bus stop. Sometimes the easiest is often the best. We're also gonna need to have a trash thing and a power thing, right? So I guess we'll... If I do something like this, would this look silly? Maybe. You. Well, it is what it is. And then we'll have a little substation here, electrical substation. Just plop you here. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. We probably don't need to add in any kind of... I feel like we're wasting space here. That's okay. That's okay. And then you can come in here, maybe. Is that okay? So if I do... I do that. OCD needs to be well maintained, right? And then you 112 should be good enough. I'm gonna build you a very high priority. Just get that started right away. And we are still not done because we need to get... Oh yeah, that's right, we need pumps. What about that? Pumps. So we'll take... We'll just do something simple like that. You come out here and then in here. And then have 70 they produce. So yeah, I'm gonna have to use big ones. You're gonna be... Okay, how much effort do we want to put into the pipeworks? I know how much efforts I definitely would like to put into the pipeworks, but you might not feel the same. Which probably means you need to be moved out a little bit further. Yeah, we're gonna put some efforts into the pipeworks. Just a little bit, doesn't hurt. And then you can come down. You don't want to be built here. Okay, and then you come in here. And you out to here. Now the reason why they look so uneven is because of, you know, they need to be pulled up here. And then you come in here, and you come in here. And then we wanted one pipe to go into that one and one into that one. So one of these pipes are going to be mega long. Which probably means we're also going to have to bring you down a little bit. Yep, it's going to be a long pipe. Actually, how good of a... I think we'll ease it off on our OCD a little bit. Yeah, you heard it here first. 1 in a million. This is a time you should cherish. Cherish, yeah. And then we also need to have a pipe here, right? Now you should theoretically be very simple. We should just bring you straight up and then merge into here, right? And then... And then just go in here, right? That would have been the plan. Let's bring you down to here. Then get you nicely in there. We should be able to get over there. Should be able to get over here. And over here. And yeah, how do we want to connect the pipe? We kind of wanted to have this be like completely free of stuff, right? So we'll have the pipe going in that direction. So we'll pump you that way. So, and how nicely can we do this? Okay, and then we're probably going to be putting those in here. And we probably have to trim down a little bit. Is that good enough? I think that is good enough. Okay. So you go in here as we said, and then you go in here as we said. And then we should be able to have enough water for a while. So we'll build all of this. Oh yeah, that's right. We also need the freaking heating pipes. We don't need to build any substations, but we do need to get pipes commissioned. And another thing we should do is, just to be sure, here we're gonna be turning them off. This is just to make sure that we are like connected, right? So we now have like all this is one. That's why we double check. So we'll turn both of them off. Sure that they are nice and connected. Yep. And same for the other one. Yep. Good. I think we're gonna have to set all of this to high priority, sadly. Includes you, 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 and you. I mean, this can't cost very many millions. Right. Okay. And then power. We had that one here, which we could make this look nice. That's always interesting, right? I think we need to keep that one if we're gonna following the grid. And then one, it's fine. How far do we need to go? Kind of need to cross over that one. Okay, issue number 2. Okay, then we're just gonna have to... What if we push you back a little bit? We're just gonna have to go down. Sometimes just gonna have to do the weird thing. And then if you would like to kind of jump over here, would have been like absolutely perfect. We will make this work. Let's turn off the snapping tool. We can keep the grid on. You saw that. Now we just need to hunt down the right pixel. Aha. And then we can just follow you. And connect up with you, right? And again, we'll make sure that they are just one long wire. What could possibly go wrong? Right? Okay, I think we have it. Follow that one down here, follow that one down here, everything is fine. We are gonna need to have you tell us when you're ready, because we're gonna need to supply you with some goodies, right? Yep, I think so. And we need to have like a, I think we need to have the water thing, wherever it was, this thing here, as today's thumbnail. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Something like that. So we can kind of have a little indicator that we actually had some water issues. So yeah, with that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, would you kindly smash that like button? There should be a subscribe button in the comment section. All the good stuff you can find underneath the video. And all interactions, they go far, bring us fight that pesky YouTube algorithm. So yeah, until next time, take care and keep smiling.